There's been one issue that I've brought to everybody's attention quite often this year. And it is the fact that WWE does not respect what the WWE Championship is and what it means to the company. That is clear as day. You can just see how WWE books their shows moving forward, that the WWE Championship is becoming less and less important. It all started at Backlash, or I feel as if it started at Backlash, with the WWE putting AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura, two guys, and a match, and a feud, worthy enough to main event a B-level pay-per-view such as Backlash. It was thrown on in the middle of the card. And what we got for a main event, meaning what we got to close the night out to finish the pay-per-view, was Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe with absolutely nothing on the line, as WWE was going to reshuffle the rosters anyway via a superstar shakeup. It's a big issue to me because WWE is making it out to be that one man is bigger than the WWE Championship. Now, whether you enjoy his reign or not, AJ Styles is respected by everybody for his body of work, and he is heralded as one of the best in-ring performers on the planet. Whether you have enjoyed his reign as champion or not is a moot point. It doesn't even matter. It is the lineage of the WWE Championship. I found it to be a problem then at Backlash. I am going to find it even a bigger problem for Extreme Rules. And I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with this. This is absolutely fucking pathetic. Pathetic. WWE is making one man bigger than everything in the entire company. Do you know what that does to the value of championships? Do you know what that does from WWE's standpoint? It's as if they're telling the fans, this belt is fucking meaningless. This championship is worthless. We don't care about its history. We don't care about its lineage. We don't care who held that championship and carried the company on their shoulders. Our initiative, our priority is in Roman Reigns and making sure the fans show him the level of support that we think he deserves. And WWE then wants to turn around and wonder why Roman Reigns is not being cheered the way that they had envisioned. When you do shit like this, it will blow up in your face 100% of the time. WWE recently changed a main event for Extreme Rules, which was supposed to be a six-pack challenge. It was some sort of multi-man match, fatal five-way six-pack challenge, whatever Vince McMahon had originally brought to the creative table. Via this multi-man match, we were going to get a number one contender for Brock Lesnar and the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Now, to some of the fucking goons out there, they still think that is worthy of a main event spot over the WWE Championship. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Yeah, it's got the grand scheme of a multi-man match. It's got this big feel main event hype behind it. But it isn't for a championship. It's for the right to challenge for a championship. A championship that is well below the lineage and the history of the WWE Championship. And no, goons, the Universal Championship is not the biggest championship in the company simply because it's around the shoulder of Brock Lesnar and who he is. Fuck that. Fuck that. There's little to no lineage of the Universal Championship. And the fact that it's been off television for all this time has severely diminished whatever value that belt originally had. Even at that point, with the number one contender match, the WWE Championship should never play second fiddle to an opportunity to fight for a less valuable championship. Now, both values for both belts are fucking worthless. The WWE Championship at this point is fucking worthless. I am just speaking based on the lineage of this championship that WWE seems to just shit all over every chance that they get, and I don't understand why. At least with a multi-man match, there was a meaning behind having it at least semi-main event. But WWE, again, like I originally told you, is putting one man and the agenda, the political direction of one man, above a WWE championship, which is currently held by AJ Styles. WWE is planning Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley to main event. As if we didn't know this already, it's somehow been made official. WWE will reportedly main event Extreme Rules with Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns. Mind you, a match that has no momentum, zero investment from the fans, and here's the kicker, folks, the match is for literally nothing. There is absolutely nothing on the line. No title and no number one contender. Yet it's main eventing an Extreme Rules pay-per-view that has two championships, one in the WWE Championship and one in the Intercontinental Championship, that are more valuable to WWE television at this point. Yet Roman Reigns is being positioned as more valuable than everything that this brand and this company has been doing from here on out. Do you know how pathetic that is? Do you know how illogical and asinine this company is? I don't see how anyone can agree with putting Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley in the main event for Extreme Rules, whether it's a B-level pay-per-view or not. I cannot fathom anybody agreeing with Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns in the main event for absolutely nothing. Nothing. Who is running this company? Who is running this fucking company? It is absolutely fucking pathetic. Everybody is laughing at the WWE, literally laughing at the WWE at the way that they handle television. And I'm not talking about how much money they're making. That's neither your or mine of any concern to us. Fuck out of here. They can make their money. They can fucking do whatever they want with the billions upon billions of dollars that they're making. Their television is fucking terrible. And this is a clear indication as to why it's terrible. One of the most significant points of every WWE pay-per-view is the match that goes on last. This has been a big deal. A big deal moving forward. Backlash, we've seen Reigns and Joe for literally nothing. Meanwhile, you had a WWE Championship and a feud brewing with Nakamura and Styles for the WWE Championship in a stipulation. Yet, we didn't get any of them in the main event for the biggest title in the company. We move on to Extreme Rules. It was either going to be the women with Ronda Rousey, just based on her name recognition alone, for the Raw Women's Championship, which is worth more than basically nothing in that company. The fucking spare change that I have in my jar on my dresser drawer is worth more than the WWE Raw Women's Championship. The fucking lint on my socks is worth more than the Raw Women's Championship at this point. But it was a big deal about which match is going to main event Money in the Bank. Is it going to be the women for the Raw Women's Championship, or is it going to be the men's Money in the Bank ladder match? WWE went with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match because they wanted to send the crowd home happy with a Braun Strowman briefcase victory. At that point, it really didn't matter what went on last because you had Braun Strowman win it, who's a fan favorite, and then you had Alexa Bliss cash in, and everybody loves a good cash in. Now we're moving on to Extreme Rules, and we're back to the main event being for absolutely nothing. With two guys who offer absolutely nothing. With two men who have zero charisma. Zero. I don't believe anybody right now, unless you're a fucking degenerate Roman Reigns superfan on social media, who's invested in this match. Nobody. From reporters to analysts to podcasts, no one is invested in this fucking match. And WWE is making sure that you don't give a shit. Yet they want sympathy for Roman Reigns. This is how you're going to get sympathy for Roman Reigns? You're going to put an undeserved individual in the main event who's battling another undeserved individual in the main event for absolutely nothing, yet you want me to have some sort of fucking sympathy for him. Over what? Over what? He deserves nothing. What am I going to have sympathy for? A loser? Well, Reigns is going to lose. He shouldn't even be there to begin with. I don't give a fuck if he loses. I don't give a fuck if he wins. Where is he going? I don't believe how this company works and operates. I'm going to have sympathy for a guy who doesn't belong there, and everybody feels the same way. The last match on a WWE pay-per-view has been made a big deal as of late, as it's the contest that puts the final stamp on the entire night. And on paper, it should be the one that legitimately steals the show. So in this case, the main event should be Rollins versus Ziggler in the Iron Man match. That should be the real main event. Or if you want to put AJ Styles and Rusev in the main event, I'm sure that they could possibly have the match of the night as well. Here's a fucking a wild idea. Why don't you put Rusev in the main event and see what the fucking guy can do? Yeah, you got AJ Styles as your WWE champion, literally one of the best fucking wrestlers in the world, and he's not in the main event. A guy who could fucking at the drop of a dime steal the show on any given night. Yet he's not being placed above Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. It's as if WWE wants you to know that their agenda is Roman, and everybody gets the fucking scraps left over at the dinner table. Recently, this hasn't been exactly the case, as there have been plenty of backlash over WWE's choices. I'm expecting an even bigger one coming next Sunday. For example, at the Backlash event, like I mentioned, between Reigns and Joe, AJ Styles and Nakamura didn't main event the show, even though it's the biggest prize in the WWE, as Roman Reigns and Joe ended up going on last. Now, let me get it out of the way, because I know there'll be some fucking idiot in the comment section. I don't give a shit what the planned ending was for AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Now that we look back on that event, which match would you rather have go on last? Would you rather have everybody chanting "beat the traffic"? Or "this is boring"? With Reigns and Joe, who are literally fighting over nothing? Or would you rather have AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura put on a semi-good match with the ending that we got, and we all know that it's going to go somewhere else after that? Joe and Reigns went nowhere. Reigns didn't have anything to do with Joe after the fact, and Joe never mentioned Roman Reigns ever again. But they main evented over the WWE Championship and AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Looking back on it, I would have been perfectly okay with AJ and Nakamura, the way that match ended in the main event, over "beat the traffic" Mr. Roman Reigns. Give him one of those little funny hats and a fucking vest and a police uniform, or one of them fucking bright yellow fucking vests that the crossing guards wear. Have him go out and fucking find a new profession as a crossing guard, Mr. Roman Reigns. Beat the traffic. Guarantee you they'll be chanting the same fucking thing if this pay-per-view goes on past 11:30. The result was fans leaving the arena, while the duration of the event can also contribute to the fans leaving due to fatigue. Nah, it wasn't fatigue. It wasn't fatigue like these fucking idiots, Sam Roberts and everybody else. Yeah, it was a school night. The fans wanted to get up early for school or work or blah, blah, blah. You're paying money to fucking sit throughout an entire event, which was fucking awful, and then get to the main event, and you're gonna walk out during the main event because, yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired. I got work in the morning yet. Your fucking 7-year-old son is sitting there next to you. Oh, Daddy, I want to see Roman Reigns. Yeah, you're gonna walk out. Yeah, son, let's go. Fuck this event. I already spent $200 on fucking popcorn and beer, and this event is making me tired. Are you fucking serious? Yeah, they left because of fatigue. No, they left because this fucking show sucked. The fathers were like, son, Reigns sucks. This match means nothing to nobody. You'll watch it on the network, and you'll be refreshed for school the next day. And listen, I don't want to get stuck in fucking 45 minutes of traffic just leaving the fucking parking lot. Let's go. I'll buy you an action figure on Tuesday when I fucking pass Kmart on the way home. However, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter has now revealed which match is likely going to main event Extreme Rules. The WWE Championship is on the line again, with AJ Styles defending against Rusev. Now, while there are a handful of other big championship matches taking place, like I mentioned, the 30-minute Iron Man match with Ziggler and Rollins, and if we're basing it on work rate, that should be main eventing Extreme Rules. But according to Meltzer, the match of Reigns and Lashley is what looks like to be the main event. Lashley vs. Reigns was announced on Monday Night Raw this week, which replaces the scrapped multi-man match that was going to decide who Brock Lesnar would defend the Universal Championship against at SummerSlam. Naturally, fans are not happy already with this, and it shows just how much the WWE values the WWE Championship and AJ Styles, especially since it hasn't been confirmed whether Lashley and Reigns will be the number one contender match that we all expect it to be. Anyway, they haven't been announced for a number one contender match. Right now, it's for nothing. Right now, it is for nothing. And if that's the case, we talked about it yesterday and off the script. If it's not a number one contender match, then Bobby Lashley probably will walk out victorious at Extreme Rules. If it's a number one contender match, then we'll probably get Roman Reigns winning and moving on to SummerSlam. But if it's not a number one contender match and Lashley does win, WWE is going to play into the fact that they're trying to build sympathy for Roman Reigns because he can't get the job done. Everybody's looking down on him as a loser who does not deserve a shot at Brock Lesnar. And WWE somehow thinks the fans are going to develop sympathy for this guy because he keeps losing. Oh, poor Roman. Oh, poor Roman. In some sick and twisted way, these people think that's a good plan. In fact, that's the legitimate reaction people want to give Roman Reigns. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck if you lose. This is what fans are saying on Reddit. If this is true, at least make it a damn number one contenders match for the Universal title because this is ridiculous. Another one on Reddit. Not surprised. They're not even trying with AJ Rusev, and AJ never main events. I could see it becoming a submission match, which would be difficult to work at a high level. Another comment on Reddit. Laughing my ass off. So Bobby's going to dominate him until Roman hits one spear, and it's LOL, Roman wins. Another comment. Well, at least I get to leave earlier than expected. I'm just not going to be interested in the match enough to stay. I actually may do that as well, to be perfectly honest with you. The sad reality is the Universal Championship trumps the WWE Championship in the fucking minds of these sick and twisted fucking suit and ties. And it's why Styles can't seem to secure a main event spot ahead of Reigns. It looks like the Extreme Rules pay-per-view will feature more of the same. WWE joined these pay-per-views as dual-branded, right? And you figure with the championships all being on the same show, it would be easy to decide what's going on last and what's going on in the middle and what's going on in the beginning. With the WWE Championship on the same show as a match nobody gives a fuck about between Reigns and Lashley, WWE is going with Reigns and Lashley in the main event. Why? Yet, Brock Lesnar is Vince McMahon's boy, though. Who's putting Roman Reigns in the main event? Is Roman Reigns putting himself in the main event? So everything, they're making it seem like everything Reigns is saying is a complete crock of fucking bullshit. Yeah, Lesnar's Vince's boy, but Roman Reigns is main eventing another show with AJ Styles and the WWE Championship on the same card in a match with Lashley that has absolutely no meaning to anybody. It's not even for a title. It's not even for a contendership to a title. It's the Vince McMahon peep show. It's exactly what it is. Vince McMahon slowly going to unzip his pants in gorilla position and start fucking motioning his fist up and down. That's exactly what it is. This Roman bullshit is clear as fucking day, and people refuse to see it. This is blatant smack right in the face. How anybody can agree with this is absolutely a fucking shill and should not be watching the product whatsoever. I hate seeing the championship, no matter what you think its value is. Just look at AJ Styles. 241 days plus as WWE champion, and he still cannot main event a fucking show in the year of 2018. Has he main evented one fucking show? Yet Roman Reigns has main evented every pay-per-view with zero title on the line. If you don't find the problem with that, then you are fucking ignorant as a fucking bitch. This is fucking pathetic. Absolutely sad that the WWE Championship and the history and the lineage of that championship is not greater than one man in this entire company. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I certainly hope so that Meltzer is wrong. But I would not put it past WWE because they are not going to put Rusev in the main event on the same show as Roman Reigns. Nobody can appear bigger than Roman Reigns. Not one man can appear bigger than Roman Reigns. Not one man can take the spotlight away from Roman Reigns. Not even the best wrestler on the planet. And, coincidentally enough, that same best wrestler on the planet is the WWE champion. Not even him. Would you do this to Hulk Hogan? Would you do this to Bret Hart? Would you do this to Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock? Would you do it to Triple H? Would you do it to Brock Lesnar? Why are you doing it to AJ Styles? Why are you doing it to AJ Styles? Fuck out of here, man. Doesn't matter who holds the championship. Doesn't matter what match they are in on that night. It is the WWE Championship. The WWE Championship should not be beneath one man and the agenda of one man. It's sad. And I certainly hope to God that somewhere, somehow, someone in this company realizes that this is a fucking mistake. You want the crowd to be sent home happy? They are going to give you the same reaction that they gave you at Backlash. Even this time, in a worse way, because this match is far worse than whatever Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns did at Backlash. Do the right thing, put the WWE Championship on last, and send the crowd home happy with an AJ Styles victory on what will probably be another piss-poor fucking dual-branded pay-per-view by WWE. That is your opening here on Off the Script. This is episode 229, part number 2 for your Saturday. Make sure you guys stick around. We got a lot more to come. We're going to hit the intro and the music, and I'll be right back here on Off the Script. Off this shitty fucking product by coming on here and speaking the fucking goddamn truth about this fucking filth. And I can book a better show taking a fucking dump after eating my fucking Chipotle chorizo with extra cheese. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. Have I ever? Of course not. WWE is great, man. Fuck you, Japan, and Kenny Omega, Okada. Delete! What is it, man? Can I suck your dick? What is it, man? And this is the #1 fucking podcast right here on YouTube.com. This is off the script. We are literally 1 week away before I am inside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, man. Make sure you guys RSVP if you are going to be in the Pittsburgh area for WWE Extreme Rules. There will be a live, off-the-script special at Buford's Kitchen, Terrace on 5th, rooftop bar, from 4 to 6 p.m. My special guest will be the greatest ECW champion of all time, Mr. Shane Douglas. The franchise himself will be in the house, along with Brian Ghoulish and everybody from WrestleRumble.com, man. So make sure you guys come on out. Please RSVP. It's going to be a good time. There's going to be drink and food specials. That night, we're going to be doing the live off the script. But the day before, on Saturday, when I'm getting in there, we're going to be at Las Vegas Mexican Restaurant in downtown Pittsburgh. 2 lucky winners will be chosen at random, I hope this week. If you guys are going to be in Pittsburgh, please come on out and tell me you're going to be there. 2 lucky people are going to be chosen to have dinner with me, Brian, Wrestle Rumble, and we're just going to talk, wrestling, and we're going to have a good time. Again, drink and food specials at Las Vegas Mexican Restaurant. They're giving us the lay of the land at Las Vegas, man. So come on out. I'm hoping to catch up with my buddy Justin LaBar and Drew Badella from Ticket King Online. They are going to be in town as well. They got their own event. I know LaBar is mediating, I think, an event with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson there just a few miles away from the PPG Paints Arena on Sunday. So it should be a very eventful weekend as well. But come on out, man. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh for the first time, and it's going to be really fun. So please come on out. I hope to meet a lot of you guys there, and we should have a great time right before Extreme Rules. I can't say the same about Extreme Rules because there's nothing extreme about it, but we should have a good time anyway. To go along with the off-the-script live from Pittsburgh and from the Terrace on 5th rooftop bar, we do have a great cause, man. Bryan set up a great fundraising campaign for ovarian cancer research. If you guys have been affected by cancer in general, this is a great cause, man. So please go to the comment section down below and visit the comment that I have pinned at the top of the comment section. If you can give anything to the cause, please do so. Dylan, you're a fucking beast. I'm going to be shouting you out all weekend long. Dylan gave $200 to the cause. He also gave $200 to my buddy Rusty, who's having his own event happen this summer as well. His Bike Tour 2018, Bike Tour for MS, man. So that's great as well if you guys want to support that. Dylan gave $200 to the Ovarian Cancer Research Fund, and he gave $200 to Rusty's Bike Tour 2018. So he is just ahead of the game, man. So I want you guys to join in with Dylan and support these great causes as well. Both of the causes and all the information you need about them is linked down in the comment section, pinned at the very top. Go and check that out. Along with that stuff is the RSVP for the Extreme Rules Off the Script special from Terrace on 5th. Please do so via Facebook.com. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys missed yesterday's Off the Script, where we talked about Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley, we kind of had a hunch that they were going to main event Extreme Rules. But yesterday we talked about the planned proposed finish for Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns and how WWE wants to try and get sympathy for Roman Reigns coming out of Extreme Rules. Very, very pathetic indeed. I know you don't have to tell me anything. We talk about that. We go talk about the Taylor Hendricks, Jay Lethal situation from Ring of Honor. Apparently, there is a big issue over there where she is claiming Ring of Honor and Jay Lethal sabotaged her career because Lethal could not sleep with her. So we talk about that as well, plus other varying topics on part 1 of this weekend's episode 229. So make sure you guys go check that out, along with Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and there was even an off-the-script extra on the 4th of July. So make sure you guys go check that stuff out. Links will be in the annotation that you see in the top right corner of your screen. Follow me on social media at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications. If you guys want to support the podcast quickly, you guys know what to do here, man. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. 15 designs. I'm sure there's still a sale going on for the 4th of July week. Go get your t-shirts if you're going to be in Pittsburgh, if you're going to be in New York for SummerSlam, if you're going to be in Chicago for All In. I want you guys to go get a t-shirt. If you're going to meet and greet me, you better be wearing a they do it for Roman, t-shirt, or the Empire is Still Not Over design, which I love. I will be wearing the original prototype when you see me, but you guys can get the one that was not flagged by Barbershop Window. So you guys can go get that, man. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Like I said, I do believe there are sales going on, so just visit the website. You'll get your coupon code. You'll be good to go. Harry's.com/script. Get your free trial, blade, handle, shave gel, and razor blade protective case for free. All you guys have to do is supply the shipping and handling, and that will be right in your mailbox, man. It's small enough to fit in your mailbox, and you'll be good to go. I guarantee you it will be the best shave that you've ever had. Harry's is great, and Harry's is sponsoring the podcast all year long. Harry's.com/script for your free trial, and Audible as well. Audibletrial.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys go and check that stuff out. 1 month free of their service and 1 free audio book of your choice just for signing up. If you guys have already signed up, tell a coworker, a family member. You got a girlfriend, tell her family. Classmate, I know you guys, some of you guys are in summer school. I know, bro. You don't have to fucking lie to me. If you're in summer school and you're sitting next to a fucking geek who loves wrestling himself, just tell him, listen, JD's giving away free audiobooks. Sign up. It's free. Audibletrial.com/offthescript. Please do so. It's a great way to support the show. And Wrestle Rumble, man. There it is. Wrestle Rumble Off the Script. Extreme Rules pre-party from 4 to 6. Terrace on 5th. 1014 5th Avenue. Live broadcast of Off the Script featuring me and Shane Douglas, the franchise. So come on out. Come on out, man. Should be a damn good fucking time. Let's talk about this shit, man. I want to talk. This is fucking hilarious. The WWE and the people that run this company, man, are absolutely fucking bizarre. They are ridiculous. They are pathetic. It never ceases to amaze me how these people pinpoint the fucking most useless fucking information, and somehow someone gets backstage heat because of it. Apparently this week, it was reported that Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss have real-life backstage heat between one another. Now, if anyone is wondering about the real-life Nia Jax-Alexa Bliss friendship, it appears to be over! Just like Matt Hardy's woken gimmick appears to be over. On June 22nd, Taylor Underwood of WrestleNews.co had an exclusive on their website on Nia Jax having heat with WWE management because of her tweet about Alexa Bliss' I Am Enough tattoo. That is a reference to her overcoming her battle with anorexia. I personally know people who listen to this show who have battled anorexia, and they have come out so good on the other side, man. So kudos to them. And that's not something to really, poke fun at all. So fuck you, Nia Jax, if that is the case. As of this report, the tweet is still up on Jax's timeline. The story came from solid sources in WWE saying that the issues between them are real and are not being done for storyline like many had predicted. Just prior to this tweet, both women quietly unfollowed each other, and there was a negative post on Instagram from a fan that was liked by Nia Jax. Now, this story from Taylor Underwood was recently confirmed by Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Forum. Meltzer said, and I quote, "Nia has real-life heat, so this is not a work." He later added, "This has nothing to do with Total Divas," end quote. It is unclear if there will be any repercussions for Jax, but we should know more by the way she is booked when she challenges Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship at Extreme Rules on July 15th. Now, Now, someone has explaining to do here in WWE clearly. Over the last few months, the Raw Women's title situation has been dominated by Nia Jax versus the Alexa Bliss feud. Jax won the title at WrestleMania 34 and retained it the following month at Backlash. The feud has been brought back now that Bliss has won the women's title back from Jax via the Money in the Bank briefcase. Now they are set for another pay-per-view match, but one of them may have taken things a bit too far. There is real life heat, like Meltzer had speculated and reported on Wrestling Observer. Now, this has resulted, like I said, in Jax unfollowing Bliss on a variety of social media platforms and liking various negative comments about Bliss. This apparently, like I said, is not a work, causing Jax to have heat with backstage officials. Bliss and Jax are scheduled, like I said, to meet at Extreme Rules on July 15th. So, the heat stemming from Nia Jax is from her liking this fan tweet or fan Instagram post on Alexa Bliss that was negative. But the majority of why WWE is upset is because Nia Jax unfollowed Alexa Bliss all over social media. Can someone fill me in here as to why this unfollowing via social media is such a big issue to WWE? Now, I understand Nia Jax making the tweet about the I Am Enough. We all knew that. We all knew that Nia Jax liked a fan Instagram comment. We all knew that. But now WWE has backstage heat, or Nia Jax has backstage heat with WWE officials because she unfollowed poor little Bliss, Miss Bliss, on social media, not following her on Instagram, not following her on Twitter. Aren't they bitter enemies? This is what you have backstage heat for. Unfollowing someone that you are bitter rivals with on social media? Yeah, Nia Jax and Miss Bliss hate each other, but yeah, let's follow each other on social media. Now, that's not something that I would blame Nia Jax for. If she wants to unfollow Alexa Bliss, then by all means, unfollow Bliss. But don't make that a big deal about her having backstage heat. Have you ever wondered? Okay, well, we got one who is the champion and one who is a bitter rival. Why would they follow each other on social media? In fact, Nia Jax is doing the right thing about not following Bliss on social media. I don't understand that logic whatsoever. But I could definitely understand Nia Jax having backstage heat, or someone, and their feathers were ruffled about the I Am Enough reference. Who cares? Who cares? Let that be it. No, but Nia Jax is going to like some fan comment about Alexa Bliss? They are bitter rivals. Just pretend it's about whatever's playing out on TV. But then she goes a step further and follows Bliss or unfollows Bliss on social media. That's not something to blame anybody for. That is absolutely ridiculous. That is one of the most ridiculous things that I've ever heard in my entire life. And now you see why I don't care about the Raw Women's Division. It's nothing but a goddamn soap opera. We're talking about social media unfollowing. Yet the championship is on the wrong person. We have Nia Jax, who's fucking terrible at what she does, getting another title shot against the same individual in which she probably had the worst match of the year in. Yet we're not talking about why Sasha Banks or Ruby Riott or Bayley or Ember Moon are not fighting for the Raw Women's Championship. This is what we're making a big deal about. Oh, you unfollowed me on social media, man. Like the fans that I get. Oh, JD, you don't answer my tweet, man. Oh, JD, you gotta do what I say, man. People literally curse me out because I don't reply on Twitter. I didn't know I was supposed to. I've tried to limit my time on Twitter. Really. You may live on social media. I do not. I only tweet when it's necessary. But if that is the case, and WWE is giving Nia Jax a tough time because she unfollowed Bliss on social media, that is absolutely fucking pathetic. Not that I agree with what she said, but this company will look for anything to just latch its claws into and make a big deal. You have so many problems with your show on Monday night, and this is what you concern yourself with. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is not going to affect business whatsoever. Nia Jax, as far as I'm concerned, shouldn't even be in the title picture. So if she has heat or not, by all means, get her away from the title, period. Same thing with Bliss. Absolutely worthless information here from WWE. Bray Wyatt, we all know Bray Wyatt was in a 3-car head-on collision, car crash. He is okay. He's in good spirits. He tweeted out that he cannot die, or he had a TMZ interview saying that he cannot die. He is okay. The head-on collision on Friday was Bray Wyatt's fault, and now he is being cited for careless driving. I'm just glad he is okay, and this didn't end up worse than what was originally reported. The crash report notes that Wyatt was not paying attention when he collided with the car in front of him. That caused the driver to veer to the left and hit another vehicle. The report says that he was cited for careless driving due to his failure to operate his vehicle in a careful and prudent manner. But there are no details on what could have distracted Mr. Wyatt, if anything. You know, I could make a joke right now, but I don't think it would be in good taste to make a joke. I'll leave it for you guys to fill in the joke that I was going to say. What was Bray Wyatt distracted by? I'm going to take the high road on this one. Oh, come on, JD. Don't take the high road. What are you going to say? I was distracted by JoJo's fat ass, man. Who the fuck knows who he was with in the car? We don't know. We don't know. Maybe he was with JoJo. I don't fucking know. But he was distracted by something. What are you being distracted by on the road? I don't know. Where are you looking that it took your attention from looking this way? Why are you looking this way, this way, this way? Why are you looking over here by the passenger side window? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Did JoJo flash you in the fucking car as you're driving down fucking wherever you're driving? What happened? I'm just glad he's okay. He was transported to Tampa General Hospital and later released, and he is said to be in good spirits. There are no details available right now on the status of the other drivers. Wyatt missed the live events over the weekend and Monday Night Raw, but he's still advertised for Extreme Rules, where he is scheduled to team with Woken Matt Hardy to defend the Raw Tag Team Championships against Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. I'm just glad that he's okay. All seriousness here, I'm just glad that he's okay. Please, if you're driving, keep your eyes on the fucking road. No matter if JoJo's fat ass is distracting you or not, or something similar to JoJo's fat ass is distracting you, please just keep your eye on the road. It's not worth fucking risking your life or someone else's life or, or whatever, harming your vehicle. I would be fucking heartbroken if that was me, man. Anyway, I'm just glad that he's okay. But he was cited for careless driving. Now, I don't know what WWE is going to do. If they will do anything, I don't know. But I don't expect Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy to have the tag team titles much longer anyway, going on into SummerSlam, which we talked about yesterday as well. AOP are heavily rumored to be taking those titles off of Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. Someone who is shaping up to have a big SummerSlam, The Miz, is not booked at Extreme Rules. Why? There were rumors that WWE was planning an ending for the Team Hell No Bludgeon Brothers match, which included The Miz ruining Team Hell No's chances of winning the titles and securing a Bludgeon Brothers victory. That is not the case anymore, which makes me believe that this Daniel Bryan run, this nostalgia run, may continue, because I really don't see the Bludgeon Brothers beating Team Hell No at Extreme Rules. But The Miz will not factor into the outcome of that match. The Miz will not be appearing at Extreme Rules, and now we know why. He announced on his personal Twitter that it will be taking part in the MLB All-Star Game and their Legends and Celebrity softball game. The game will be taking place in Washington, D.C., while the Extreme Rules pay-per-view is airing live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is all part of MLB's All-Star Weekend, and it's great exposure for WWE. And The Miz, obviously, great PR for the company. They're sending him out to Washington, D.C. to take part in the Celebrity Legends softball game. So everybody that was reading on Team Hell No and the Bludgeon Brothers and a possible ending to that match, including The Miz, throw it out the window. The Miz will not be in Pittsburgh for Extreme Rules. Someone who is not going to be in Pittsburgh or in the WWE for at least a little while longer is Rey Mysterio. Everybody was reporting about 48 hours ago that Rey Mysterio had signed the dotted line for a WWE deal to return. Sometime during the last 48 hours, a story spread online that claimed that Rey Mysterio had signed officially with the WWE. The story making rounds is false, and he has not signed anything as of Thursday night. The talks between Mysterio and WWE are ongoing, and things are said to be close in regards to money and the terms of his schedule, so a deal could be reached imminently. But everything else that has been reported so far that he has signed is false. Furthermore, there are no plans for Mysterio to appear at SummerSlam, but that could change if the deal is signed sooner. Many of you know by now that Mysterio has been very open about his desire to work fewer dates because he wants to give more rest to his body and because he wants to spend more time at home with his family. There are a couple of reasons why WWE wants Mysterio back. People in management saw how he moved and participated in the Royal Rumble in January, and the feeling was that the old Rey was back. His knees feel much better after getting stem cell injections. Also, WWE continues to push into the Latin American markets, and he is still a draw and someone they can send on the road to do media appearances. For years, they have been looking for their next Latin American superstar, but for various reasons, it hasn't worked out. Andrade Cien Almas has all the makings to be that guy, but it will take time, and when he eventually turns face, if WWE even wants to go down that road with him, and before WWE puts enough trust in him to become their top Latin American superstar. WWE, I'm assuming, also would be interested, more notably Vince McMahon, to bring back Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio has already stated that he wants one more final run with WWE as he wants to retire within the next year to year and a half. So obviously WWE, like I said, more notably Vince McMahon, would love to have Del Rio back. Apparently, Del Rio has indeed apologized to Triple H after all the disparaging remarks that were made when he was dating Paige and going on a fucking party spree when they were together. Vince McMahon has always loved Del Rio, and it wouldn't be a surprise to see Del Rio back in the WWE towards the end of the year, getting closer to the Royal Rumble. Me personally, I wouldn't bring Del Rio back. The most that I would do with Del Rio is make him a surprise entry in the Royal Rumble, and that is it. The guy has no value to me. I would not want to see him. They killed him completely. Ever since he debuted, he fell off every month after that. Even when he came back, there was some buzz about him returning and beating John Cena for the United States Championship. After that, they fucking killed him. They absolutely fucking killed him. They put him with Zeb Coulter. It didn't fucking work out. It was just a complete clusterfuck. Then they put him in the League of Nations, and that didn't work out, and they eventually ended up being fed to Roman Reigns. You know? Yeah, you put 4 former champions with a stable and a name, and then they all get fed to Roman Reigns. Fucking ridiculous. Speaking of Mysterio, though, there are rumors, and people are making it rumors, I haven't heard this at all, that WWE is saving Andrade Cien Almas and Rey Mysterio for Almas' big return to SmackDown Live. I don't know if that is necessarily true. I would not wait at all for that, because this is an up-in-the-air scenario. I've pitched the idea of A, Almas winning the United States Championship, B, if Almas is not going to be challenging for the United States Championship, a match with Randy Orton at SummerSlam, because I figure Randy Orton's going to be at SummerSlam. Randy Orton and Andrade Cien Almas at SummerSlam, to some, may be a dream match. And I think those two could probably tear the house down. You know, that's my ideal first opponent for Andrade. He wants competition. There's no better than Randy Orton. Randy Orton's in a position right now where he should be putting over talent. No better guy right now than Andrade Cien Almas. As of today, Mysterio has every intention to work All In Chicago on September 1st. So he may not even sign with the WWE until after September 1st. Because if he does sign, then the promise I believe he probably made to the All In guys, WWE is not going to let him work All In if he signed with a contract to them. So he's going to do them a favor. He's going to do the All In as promised because he's already announced. And then he's going to sign with the WWE. So I don't expect Rey Mysterio to sign with the WWE until after September 1st. Then we can start talking about Rey coming back to the WWE. And where he goes, again, is up in the air. We don't know. I pitched the best idea for Rey Mysterio right now is on 205 Live. I think that would be fantastic. SmackDown right now, there's so much talent on SmackDown Live that's not being used right now. You're going to move those people who aren't being used down another spot just to make room for Rey Mysterio? I don't want to see that happen at all. If Rey Mysterio is going to go anywhere, it could be on Monday Night Raw. He could rejuvenate Monday Night Raw in some sense. But 205 Live probably is the best bet right now. Some people are saying 205 Live is the best show on WWE programming right now. So, what are you going to do? Raw or 205 Live? SmackDown Live, 2-hour show. They got so much talent that they're not using right now. I would not want that talent to have an even lesser spot by making room for a Rey Mysterio. But after September 1st, I do suspect that he would be signing with the WWE after his obligations to All In. Moving on here, man. Rusev. Rusev, you guys know, is challenging AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at Extreme Rules. Where he goes after Extreme Rules, nobody knows. But this could be a spotlighted match for him, which he opens the eyes of WWE officials. That's what I'm hoping. But WWE has given Rusev some major opportunities in the last couple of months. The biggest one, outside of the AJ Styles match, was a match with The Undertaker at the Greatest Royal Rumble. Now, as if you guys know or remember, during the Greatest Royal Rumble build, it was originally announced that Rusev and The Undertaker were going to go at it in a casket match. Then WWE canceled that match, put Jericho in Rusev's place, and then they changed it back to Rusev and The Undertaker. But everybody wanted to know why it was originally changed from Rusev to Jericho and then back to Rusev. Well, I got the answer for you. Strangely, Rusev was revealed as his opponent, The Undertaker, in a casket match. After that announcement, there was a very long week of back and forth rumors on why Vince McMahon suddenly canceled the match between Rusev and The Undertaker. Instead, like I said, Chris Jericho was added to the contest, with many believing it was either that Rusev made a blunder in a video with TMZ about the dead man or a funny tweet that he had sent out. Now, if you guys remember, he tweeted out, "Bury me softly." We don't know if that was the case. Then he went on TMZ and said that The Undertaker is old and he's going to bury The Undertaker and put him out of his misery. But Rusev is the type of guy, when he's with Lana and he's doing his whole Rusev Day skit, that he's in character. Rusev is majority in character when he is out and about. Rusev Day, Rusev Day. Yet WWE took offense to this and they canceled the match, and everybody supposedly thought that that was the reason. Then WWE added Rusev back to the match. They removed Jericho and they put the original match back on with the casket match against The Undertaker. As we know, Rusev put up a better fight than everybody expected. You know, it wasn't that bad. Undertaker moved somewhat okay, but it got Rusev some exposure to be in the ring with The Undertaker. That's never a bad thing. You're not going to beat The Undertaker at his own match. It was probably an honor for Rusev to be in a match with The Undertaker. In the end, Aiden English and Rusev were both put in the casket and the lid was closed shut. Now, Rusev has finally revealed the reason Vince canceled the match and how he ended up finding his way back in. I don't necessarily watch Ride Along, but on the last episode of Ride Along, Rusev revealed that he laughed in Vince's face when he was told about his match against The Undertaker. So Vince removed him. Then, because of how popular he is, the Saudi prince himself called the WWE and managed to get Rusev back in the match. According to Ringside News, he said, and I quote, Remember when Vince told me I was going to face The Undertaker and I laughed at him? And what did I get for it? I got pulled from the match. And then the Saudi Prince of Saudi Arabia called me and he told me Rusev Day is coming to town, baby. End quote. That alone speaks volumes on just how over the Rusev Day gimmick is. It's on a global scale. If this has any truth to it, that the Prince of Saudi Arabia called Rusev personally to say Rusev Day is coming into town. The Prince ended up intervening to make sure that the Saudi fans got the most popular stars the WWE had to offer on that night. The fact that he is now looking forward to a WWE Championship match against AJ Styles at Extreme Rules, I guess Rusev really isn't in that deep of hot water with WWE management, and it was simply just a miscue. So, believe that or not, I mean, you know, the Saudi Prince might not realize what Chris Jericho is doing on a global scale right now. Chris Jericho, even at his age, at 47, 48 years old, is still one of the most hottest commodities in all of professional wrestling, especially at what he's doing and the body of work that he's doing and how he's altering his character and attitude at this age, still reinventing himself is fucking unreal. You know, he's the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. I don't think the Saudi Prince really knows or understands what Chris Jericho is doing right now. But it's Rusev Day everywhere globally, so if this is true, then kudos to Rusev, man. He's more over than we do realize. So the Saudi Prince intervened and told not only Rusev, but Vince McMahon, Rusev Day is coming to Saudi Arabia. Get him back in that match. We want the most popular guys on the roster for that night. Interesting stuff there. More interesting is Daniel Bryan's contract with WWE. We all know that he's probably in negotiations with WWE right now. Many are wondering why WWE is booking Daniel Bryan the way that he is. It all stems from his contract. Some people are even going out on a limb to pretty much predict the fate of Daniel Bryan and that he's not returning to the WWE. That's why they booked him with Kane and the reunion of Team Hell No. It's Daniel Bryan's going away tour. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. It was actually reported today by WrestleVotes. Now, this is information that I don't think even 2K had revealed yet. WrestleVotes' official Twitter account, as of Friday afternoon, tweeted out that Daniel Bryan, right now, is set to have a showcase mode in WWE 2K19. And if Daniel Bryan is not with the company by the time the game comes out, it's going to look bad completely on WWE, and that would not be good for marketing the company or marketing the game. So by the end of the day, I think we can all assume that Daniel Bryan is going to stay with the WWE. But what is WWE doing right now to currently negotiate a WWE contract extension for Daniel Bryan? This is the most talked about thing in regards to Daniel Bryan. Not Team Hell No, not the tag team title shot, not the feud with The Miz that's probably coming up soon. It's Daniel Bryan's contract, and if he signs or not signs, his exit, potentially from the company, where he could be wrestling elsewhere, and against who he could be wrestling elsewhere against. In what should be a time of looking forward to huge feuds and amazing matches, it's his future that is continuing to dominate the headlines. It's common knowledge that the former SmackDown Live general manager, Daniel Bryan, and his deal expires on September 1, 2018. Correlates with something else that's going on that very same day. This would allow Bryan to return to the independent scene, and it's been since revealed that WWE has been booking Bryan in a manner that suggests that they are preparing for his exit. Matches against some of the biggest names on the roster, such as AJ Styles, have been given away on SmackDown seemingly for free. Now, sources have since revealed that the WWE is moving forward on all of his big feuds and matches to make the most out of them, and that includes a potential match against The Miz at SummerSlam, which he could lose if he's not going to sign a new contract. If he signs a new deal, I'm not doing The Miz at SummerSlam. That's me. If Daniel Bryan signs a new deal, I am not doing a feud with The Miz at SummerSlam. That should be saved for a later date or WrestleMania. I don't want these guys in the ring multiple times during the year. I want one match with great storytelling and a reason as to why these guys are fighting. There's plenty of other guys that Daniel Bryan can go up against at not WrestleMania, but SummerSlam. The WrestleMania of the summer, I assume, if you want to call it that. Plenty of other guys Daniel Bryan could go up against at SummerSlam. Shinsuke Nakamura. Could put him up against Almas. You know? There are guys that Bryan can wrestle that are not named The Miz. I just hope WWE doesn't rush this, give it away so soon just to get it over with. Save it. Plan it. Tell the story. Give it a meaning. Give these guys a reason to be fighting outside of what we've seen already. It's got to be a bigger reason. Got to be a bigger meaning as to why these guys are fighting. However, Bryan's comments that I played on the podcast last weekend, when speaking to the Gorilla Position podcast, may have been a massive indication of what could be potentially stopping him from signing a new deal. And he revealed that he's been talking to WWE about working a more limited schedule. Now, he did go on to say that he doesn't trust WWE to tell the story with The Miz. He does want to fight The Miz. He doesn't trust WWE to make the most out of this feud. He doesn't trust them to tell a story over months and months and months. You know? And nobody trusts WWE to tell this story over months, leading to a big match at WrestleMania. Because everybody's envisioning The Miz becoming WWE champion and then defending the title and Daniel Bryan getting the championship at WrestleMania. Bryan has revealed he wants to work a more limited schedule. He prefers to be working 50 to 100 matches a year. That number is clearly increasing, but that also means he's away from home a lot more. Another thing he doesn't want being that he's got a wife and he's got a newborn baby in Birdie. According to Wrestling Inc., he said, I've been talking to WWE about maybe doing a lighter schedule. Because when we first started talking about this, when I sent that, when Vince McMahon told me to send the letter to Dr. Maroon, he said for me to say I want a limited schedule, like a revised concussion protocol for a limited schedule. So then they clear me and I'm just on everything. I was like, I wasn't expecting this at all. Anywhere between 50 and 100 matches a year to me is ideal because one of the doctors that cleared me at Barrow Neurological Institute, Dr. Javier Cardenas, talked to me. He said, I think when he cleared me before 2015, he said, with all the stuff that Bryan had done on top of that, like before I thought we dotted our I's and crossed our T's, but the stuff we've done on your own, or you've done on your own, you've really scratched a big hole over the I and marked through the T. He also said, just so you know moving forward, the less exposure you have, and this is for anybody, whether you have a history of it or not, the healthier you are going to be. So I was thinking, I'll do 75 to 100 matches a year or whatever it is. And now it looks like it may be way more than that. So if I were to change something, it'd be like I'd kind of like to do this less, be away from home less. Like, for me, it's not about wrestling less. It's like I don't want to be away from home this much. It's evident that working the independent scene means he'd have a perfect schedule and could be home a lot more. But with the announcement of WrestleVotes, who apparently might be someone in WWE or someone close to someone in WWE, the fact that Daniel Bryan's going to have a showcase mode this year, all indications point to him staying with the company. Because that decision was made months ago to put him in the game. And if they're going to be featuring him in a game mode that is going to be heavily promoted, clearly you want that guy who you're promoting via the game mode to be with the company. WWE would have to be foolish. If this is the only thing holding Daniel Bryan going to the independents, or if this is the only thing holding up contract negotiations with Bryan, and if this is the only thing that he wants, a lighter schedule. Pay him what the guy wants. He's worth anything that he wants. The guy's fucking completely invaluable to this company. There's no value on Daniel Bryan. You pay this fucking man what he wants. Because it would fucking be a killer to WWE for Daniel Bryan to go to the Indies and work New Japan and work All In and work Ring of Honor. You don't want that. In WWE's state of mind right now, they are pulling to fucking grab whoever and whatever they can. There's rumors about WWE buying Evolve. WWE wants monopoly over the wrestling industry. If you let Daniel Bryan go, you are instantly making competition for yourself. They need to know that, and I'm sure that they understand that. Letting Daniel Bryan go is instant competition. You put a drop of blood in the water and you have competition for whoever lands him. It could be Ring of Honor. It could be New Japan. He could work both fucking companies, being that they have a working relationship with one another. You don't want to do that. Save yourself the headache and sign this guy for whatever the fuck you need to get him paid and give him 100 matches a year. That is still someone that could do big money for you. That's still someone who could have a fucking healthy life. Your priority right now is A, his health. B, you don't want to let him go in the middle of his career, which he still has a lot left to go. He is in the peak of his career right now. A, his health. B, you don't want to make competition for the WWE. Pay him. Give him 100 matches. Give him what he wants. Give him time at home with his family, his wife and his daughter, and give this guy what he needs. Simple. This is still someone that you can rely on. This is still someone that you can promote via PR appearances, marketing. This is still someone that you can have sell merchandise and sell out pay-per-views and be a huge attraction at WrestleMania. This is still someone with 100 matches a year that you could still make a WWE champion and a face of this company. He doesn't need to wrestle 300 times a year. 340 times a year, whatever these guys are fucking doing. 100 matches. I think he's earned it. I think right now that's the way to go, being that he is going through everything to keep himself healthy moving forward. You don't want to risk his health. It's better than Brock Lesnar wrestling 4 times a fucking year, ain't it? You're getting Daniel Bryan for 100. I say pay him, give him what he wants. This is a no-brainer. These contract negotiations should be done and over with, and the fucking dotted line should be signed. What does Daniel Bryan want to make? You pay him. What does Daniel Bryan want in his contract? 100 days a year to wrestle? You want time home with your family? Done. Not even a fucking issue right now. Not even an issue. Get this guy signed. And you don't have to worry about this. And all parties would be happy. If they don't sign him, and that's the only thing that he wants. You know, he even asked for a match with Lesnar. Even if he doesn't get that, I don't think that's going to be make or break with him. Because we don't know if Lesnar's going to be with the company anymore. He's the biggest question mark of them all. But if money and lighter schedule is all, WWE would be foolish to let this guy's mind wander somewhere else. Oh, I could wrestle Kenny Omega here, or I could wrestle Kazuchika Okada there, or I could be at All In, or I could be Ring of Honor World Champion and boost their fucking promotion to new heights. Which, if Daniel Bryan's on the indies, I've been saying this for fucking years. It may not ring true, but I would not be surprised if it happens. If Daniel Bryan goes back to the indies, my prediction is if Daniel Bryan goes back to the indies, we will see CM Punk back in professional wrestling again. Mark my words. Mark my words. You don't want that to happen. If Daniel Bryan goes elsewhere and then CM Punk joins Daniel Bryan whenever he decides to come back, that 1-2 killer punch, WWE doesn't want to let any of those scenarios potentially fucking create themselves. Sign the guy and save yourself a fucking headache. This is an absolute fucking no-brainer. And I know you guys agree with me on that as well. It is a no fucking brainer. Daniel Bryan is the face of this brand. Get him signed. Shinsuke Nakamura reportedly wasn't the original choice for WWE for the United States Championship. We all know that the match was announced on SmackDown Live. They are set to collide at Extreme Rules, but the wrestling standard, I don't know who these guys are, so please take it with a pinch of salt as I read this to you. The plans, according to them, they are reporting that the United States Championship feud for Jeff Hardy looked remarkably different just a few weeks ago. In fact, WWE had an entirely different opponent in mind for Nakamura. WWE's creative team made it look very late with the booking decision recently where Nakamura and Styles' feud was called off earlier than planned. According to the source, Nakamura was expected to capture the WWE Championship from Styles for a short period of time, only to lose it to Styles once again. And that's what I thought they were legitimately going to go with. Because we went from Money in the Bank, and it could have been exactly that. Nakamura gets a token 1-month title run, and AJ gets his rematch at Extreme Rules, wins the title back, and then moves on to a bigger program with Samoa Joe at SummerSlam. I didn't think, and I even said this, I did not think that WWE was going to end this Nakamura Styles thing at Money in the Bank. I didn't. I honestly did not think that WWE would give AJ Styles another new opponent for a B-level pay-per-view like Extreme Rules. But they do what they want. I'm only a fucking goon on YouTube talking WWE. Apparently Nakamura was supposed to win the title for 1 month, only for Styles to win it back at Extreme Rules. The plan, however, was scrapped, clearly, as WWE wanted to avoid the title being flip-flopped while Styles is gracing the cover of WWE 2K19, which was also said to be a big factor in him not dropping the championship. Now we see that after the fact, and we now know why Styles won the WWE Championship match against Nakamura at Money in the Bank. The belief is that Nakamura is going to win the United States title to compensate for him losing out on the WWE Championship, which obviously there's a political factor in that, with Styles getting the cover of WWE 2K19, even though he was supposed to win it, and that was the original plan. Then the video game thing happened, and the announcement of Styles on the cover, and Nakamura got the shaft. He got short-ended on that. Instead, it was supposed to be Andrade Cien Almas that was feuding with Hardy for the title. So Almas, in the middle of all this, got fucked as well. With WWE scrapping the Styles-Nakamura feud earlier than planned, this cost Almas the feud and a potential win over Jeff Hardy at Extreme Rules. The source has added also that once the short feud with Sin Cara would end, the plan was for him to move on to Hardy, as Vince McMahon reportedly loves a foreign heel as a U.S. champion, and it was going to be CN, but it'll now probably be Nakamura. Now also Almas is stuck in dark matches against Sin Cara on SmackDown Live as he waits to be placed in a new storyline. The potential here, obviously, is there, and it's there with Almas, as it didn't take long for the outlets to reveal that the WWE had big plans for him after his NXT call-up to the main roster. It looks like we may have to wait a little bit longer to see if he does make a bigger impact on SmackDown Live. Sometimes the original plan is probably what's best. WWE changes their ideas and their plans all the time. Sometimes it's the original plan that sounds like it's the best option. Right now, this leaves Almas without anything. And it leaves Almas without anything. Meanwhile, Nakamura is getting a U.S. Championship match for doing absolutely nothing. This looks worse in the end for WWE than the original plans that they had. Nakamura should have been WWE Champion coming out of Hell in a Cell last year. You guys know I've said that multiple times, countless times. They fucked up because they had a political agenda pushing Jinder Mahal, who catastrophically fucking destroyed SmackDown Live. That was awful. Nakamura and everything we see with Nakamura could have still been achieved if he won the WWE Championship and had a long reign with Styles winning the title back at WrestleMania. None of this would have been an issue. None of this would have been an issue. Now, Nakamura was unsuccessful in getting the title. WWE's placing him in a U.S. title match, which is undeserved. He hasn't done anything to warrant a WWE United States Championship match. And this leaves Almas shit out of luck, waiting for WWE to come up with something else for him to do instead of giving Nakamura a token title run, possibly putting him in a match with Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam and moving Almas on to Jeff Hardy while Joe and Styles battle over for the WWE Championship. I don't understand how WWE's way of thinking right now is better than the original plan. They fucked everything up. But it's WWE. I do not sit here surprised at all with their planning right now for current storylines on SmackDown Live. One more story we got here, guys. I'm going to go over one more before we get out of here. because I have been running now for about 50 minutes on top of the 30 that I already gave you in the beginning. I got one more story here. How much are NXT UK talents being paid? And when you hear this, you might actually not want to be a professional wrestler for WWE. Now, the UK Championship tournament was fucking great. I love night 1. I love night 2 even more. I can't wait for WWE NXT UK. I can't wait for it. Now, last month, the WWE made a major move when they finally announced the official start date for NXT UK. The new promotion will start up with their first taping later this month and move forward from there. That means some new responsibilities for the bigger United Kingdom names, which should mean some extra rewards. As it turns out, that seems to be the case. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the majority of the UK talents will now be receiving raises in their new contracts. The older deals were paying them $20,000 a year. $20,000 a year to be a WWE superstar. While the new ones now are going to pay them $32,000. $12,000 raise for everybody involved. These new contracts can be canceled at the 4 1/8 month period and have clauses barring the wrestlers from appearing for promotions with either television deals or a major online presence. In theory, these clauses are meant to keep the wrestlers from working for the new World of Sport promotion. Now, I don't really understand WWE wanting to keep these talents from working other promotions. None of those promotions over there will be affecting WWE's NXT UK promotion. Nobody. Some of these promotions don't even hold monthly shows. It's one every couple of months or so. NXT UK is going to be a regular thing. They're going to be taping television on a regular basis throughout the rest of this year. We don't know where it's going to be. We don't know what platform it's going to be shown on. I'm assuming it's going to be the WWE Network. That's the most exposure for these guys, period. But WWE worrying about everybody else over there, prohibiting these guys from making more money, it's kind of selfish if you ask me. $32,000 for a professional wrestler for WWE is not a lot of money. I can't assume these people are going to be making big on merchandise. You are prohibiting them from working everywhere else to make ends meet. I don't like that at all. And that's an issue. That's a very big issue if you're going to sign with the WWE. Yeah, the spotlights and the name WWE look great, but being paid $32,000 a year, being prohibited from working anywhere else that's a major promotion, I don't know how that looks attractive whatsoever. I really don't know how that looks attractive whatsoever. Would you be a pro wrestler for the WWE for NXT UK for $32,000 a year? Not being able to work for a major promotion with a TV deal or major online presence. It's pretty fucked up. Let me know what you guys think about that. I found that to be very interesting. I love finding out how much people are making or who's selling most merchandise or lengths of contracts. I love finding out all that inside information, man. That's something that you really don't find out when it comes to pro wrestling contracts and how much guys are making in the professional wrestling world. Seems a little bit low for an NXT WWE talent, $32,000 a year. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section here on Off the Script episode 229, part 2 for Saturday, man. I'm getting out of here. I don't have any more news for the week. If I do, I'll give you a small extra on Sunday. That is if I have news. But right now, I think this is it for Off the Script 229 this weekend. But thank you guys so much for everything. It's a slow week. There's not much news going on right now. I think I pretty much covered everything, all the major breaking stories right now in the world of professional wrestling. We got another big week coming up. It's the last push to Extreme Rules. Gonna be a big week, man. Raw, SmackDown, NXT. We got me going to Pittsburgh. It's going to be a big week, man. So thank you guys so much for everything. Please check out the comment section down below and the one that I pinned at the very top. RSVP for my Extreme Rules party right across from the PPG Pates Arena. Live Off the Script with Shane Douglas. RSVP if you're going to be there. You got Bryan's GoFundMe page for ovarian cancer research. You got Rusty's Bike for MS Tour 2018. Support that if you can. Check out all the other videos that you might have missed already this week on my channel. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Off the Script Extra on July 4th. Special Off the Script on July 4th as we talk about breaking stories with Ruby Riott being injured and Bray Wyatt being injured with that car accident and everything else that you might have missed on the channel this week. Please make sure you guys follow me on social media. JD from NY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for all notifications, and please support the podcast where you can, man. It helps out greatly. Barbershopwindow.com/offthescript, harrys.com/script, and audibletrial.com/offthescript. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you all for a great weekend. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see you with something tomorrow extra right here for your Sundays to round out the weekend. This is Off the Script, episode 229. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week for more WWE news as we make the final push into Extreme Rules. I'm JD. Thank you for everything, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with more content right here on the channel. I'll talk to you later.